So here is an update on my body. Now go back and look at the other videos, y'all, and then come back to this one, okay? Yeah, we done had some update. Now, yeah, they are workout pants, but let's be clear, this is my shape, this is my body, okay? Now, one thing that I will say, when I do go work out or lift up a weight, I'm not worried about the stomach or the derriere, honey, because I know how my weight falls on my body. So when I am on my target weight, that's never been a problem. PEMDAS, carry the one that's going to automatically cancel out. It's going to do what it needs to do. What I do be concerned about is my arms and my back. Okay, I do be concerned about that because basically, when I am at my target weight, I do still have like a little flab in the arm and maybe like a little roll on the back, just one. It just don't be that bad, right? But still, now let's be clear, I'm not looking for my arms to be like a pencil. They're never gonna be, so I'm not stressing it. I'm just looking for them to be more defined and toned. That's it. Yeah, and I'm really proud of me getting in the gym, the encouragement that I do receive as well to do so. Honey, yeah, the squats is doing what they need to do. It's giving shelf. You see me. Now it was time to go to the farmer's market. It was time to get some more fruit. I be like a kid in a candy store when it comes to being in the fruit section, because y'all know I love me a bowl of chopped up fruit, okay? Now, this is my first time actually seeing cactus fruit. This probably been here. I don't think so, though. But this is my first time actually seeing this. Actually, I think this haven't been there. I think what was here was the pomegranate. But I was thinking about buying it, but I decided against it. They did have some cut up jicama with some tahini. Also, here is the juice section where they have like juices and smoothies. Now, this is my first time actually grabbing one of these juices. So they have ginger beer. They also got turmeric and ginger, and then they also had tamarind and ginger. And I think they had like two more. I got the turmeric and ginger, but I'll talk about that more later in the video. I like turmeric because it's good for the largest organ on your body, your skin. And then, of course, y'all know I like ginger because it's good for your immune system. And here are the vegetables. Now, I really been into some mushrooms lately. I really been digging some mushrooms. Baby, I could be eating a cup of noodles. I may even find a way to pan fry me some mushrooms to put it in a cup of noodles, okay? Because y'all know I'm going to do my thing with my ramen. Check my TikTok. But anyway, so this is another section just showing y'all I didn't buy anything from this section, but I thought it was cool. They have a hot food section as well, of course, in the farmer's market. And then just wanted to show y'all the different types of spices and herbs that they do have. Since I did also talk about some herbs as well in my previous video, you can also find them at farmers markets. They have things like sesame seeds. They also had, I think, chamomile, hibiscus flower. Yeah. All right, so I wanted to talk to y'all about my celibacy, child. Let me give y'all an update, okay? It'll be a year next month that I have been celibate. And listen, your girl got a lot of creative energy, okay? And the one thing that every time when ancestors, the Most High Spirit tell me you need to be celibate, that means, okay, baby, it's time to get you to the next level. I've noticed that, right? Let the negativity get in, right? So this year, baby, we've been doing good because I have a lot of creative energy. So I've been doing good. I'm proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself.
I went celibate for the second time in 2021, made it to a year. And prior to that, I was celibate before as well. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like I've actually done like celibacy in and out since my early 20s. And I remember, of course, like back then when I was in my early 20s, because I was in my early 20s, because it's like you in college and stuff, people would be like, how are you doing that? How are you not giving in to the flesh? And I'm like, it's really, it's definitely mind over matter, I will say that. But for me, when I think about like how me actually being celibate is me harnessing my creative energy for me and using it for the things that I'm wanting to bring into relative reality. Because you know, absolute is spiritual, relative, baby, is what I can see, what I can feel, right? So that is perfect. And I've been doing good. Okay, so we were gonna go to a like kids fun center, but they don't accept cash. So instead I just ate a plate of vegetables pretty much, and then we went back to that same farmers market. Y'all remember earlier in the video I showed y'all this like ginger and turmeric beer, or probably just showed you the ginger beer, but either way, I've been drinking that, y'all. Oh my goodness, amazing. Like I don't even know the creator of it, I don't know the name of their company, I don't know any of that, okay? But absolutely amazing. All right, so I went back again and got me 2 more. So I did want to go a little bit deeper into like my celibacy, because I have a lot of creative energy, and it's so important for me to be intentional about how I'm choosing to invest that energy, right? Because it's easy for me to get distracted. And right now I'm wanting to make sure that where my energy is going is flowing back into me. So in order for that to be something that is used as a way for my betterment and my growth, baby, right now the celibacy is the way to go. Now, that's not to sit here and say that I was just like out of control. I've never had a one-night stand. I've never been intimate with the same person in the same week or the same month, let alone the same couple of months, okay? But definitely, I think for me, it was definitely important for me to be aware of what I have and what is of value, and where equivalency is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Reciprocity, okay? But was I not being intentional about that in the past? Absolutely. Have I been intimate with people on a first date? Maybe like a couple. But I wasn't out here just buck wild, okay? It wasn't buck wild crazy. It could have been a little bit under wraps a little bit, but it wasn't buck wild crazy, okay? Plus, I'm not buck wild crazy unless I'm buck wild crazy with you, okay? I'm not that type. I'm not out here just ridiculous, okay? So that's why me being celibate, I'm proud of myself. We coming up on a year. I'm so proud of myself. And being able to, like, I will say too, like, ideas have been overflowing. He wasn't really feeling sitting in that sun, child, so I had us to move while we are waiting for the next bus. But I don't know how much I'm gonna have to cut off from the other video because he was walking through it. So what I was basically saying is being aware of, like, making sure that whoever I am to intertwine with in the future, there is like we're equally yoked. That requires for me to be aware of how inherently abundant I am. I knew that I was abundant in energy, but like when you're immersed in a lifestyle or around certain people that are unaware of how you can actually be abundant in spirit and wealthy in spirit and abundant in ways that you are not able to see, you sometimes will forget. So I did forget for a while. I did forget. But one thing is for certain, two things is for sure. We know now. And it's not going to be forgotten. Okay? But yeah, I am proud of myself. I really am. I'm proud of myself, baby, because listen. Woo! Okay? Yeah, no games are played. And I'm proud of myself for keeping my energy to myself so that I can properly use it as a way to, not necessarily, it's not always about manifesting abundance, but truly and honestly, it's always about equilibrium for me and making sure that I'm balanced in my energy. Because I know that in the act of being intimate with somebody, as a woman, it is very easy for me to be absorbing the energy that they carry and what they got going on. And if we here and there, we jumping here and there, okay? So it's really been all about balancing mind, body, and spirit, baby. And making sure that when that's all balanced, I'm whole within myself, right? So, yeah, I wanted to talk about that for sure. Because a lot of stuff I've been talking about has dealt with like root chakra healing and with me remaining grounded. So I feel like it was time for me to talk about the progress I've had when it concerns my sacral. But yeah, because even on my TikTok, I don't know if you follow me on TikTok. Now, if you don't, it's in the description. But on my TikTok, I had talked to y'all about how it's something about the energy of the women in my family. I wouldn't say it makes all men possessive and controlling, but I do know for a fact that the women in my family have experienced domestic violence. And I'm very fortunate and grateful that although my domestic violence has not been physical, no man has ever put his hands on me. There has been other forms of domestic violence, right? And I'm very grateful to actually not be still residing in that type of energy or in those types of situations. But yeah, I will say that like after the intimacy part, that's when like that energy started to like ramp up and it become a little bit more than what it needs to be. And if there's something where it's out of protection, that's different. But when it becomes a thing of like control, that's when it's entering a dangerous territory. So that's why for me it's important when I'm in periods of where I'm transitioning into the next phase of where I am to go. It's important for me to remain celibate until I get to where I'm going. And then I'm at that level with others who, of course, are not only doing the same things as I am, but they also understand about the stuff outside of like what you can see with the naked eye, spirituality and all of that, okay? So, yeah, it was important for me to remain celibate. It really was.